Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, willkommen, bienvenue to the first of a double dose of volleyball we are bringing you this afternoon. First up, London Aces against Exeter Storm. With me today is the ever-charming Ilsa. How are you today, Ilsa?
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing well, and cannot wait to see some blokes desperately trying to get a ball from the floor for the next 2 hours. How are you, Ollie?
I'm good. I am hoping this game is over quickly because you may not be aware today there are 2 games of rugby also on. So I commend anyone watching who has decided to watch the volleyball instead of the rugby. I am currently sat in my England shirt.
Yeah, it's very much all rugby for you at the moment.
As always.
Yeah.
But do not fear, my full attention will be on this game, and I, for one, am very excited.
As long as they stick to the 1.5 hour, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have reliable information from the coach that even in a 5-setter, they'll be done by 3:30, which is ideal. So, looking at the teams today, we have Aces currently sat in second position, 9 points behind first, although I think they will be more likely to be looking behind them than in front of them, as they have a number of teams chasing up behind their backs. Conversely, we have Exeter down in 7th with 5 wins from 13. Earlier in the season,
I think October, right?
say again?
October, right?
Yeah, they played each other once already,
Yeah.
back in October in Exeter. Aces won that game 3-1, so a comfortable win. However, in the Cup, in the Shield, we had Exeter edging out the Aces. Again, I've been reliably informed this is entirely Ed's fault for getting blocked, going for an outrageous line hit at match point.
Unfortunately, Ed will be playing today again, so who knows what might happen. And here, as you can see on the screen, our technician just put up all the details from Ed van Wingerden. So, Ollie, I cannot see it from here. Okay.
Well, so as you are probably aware, we have the 2 Van Wingerden brothers. We have Ed, and we also have Will. And what a lovely stat this is. Clearly put up by his brother. He has one brother better than him. Also, not a hair on his head. So you'll be very easy to spot him on that live feed. As one of the shall we say, perennially injured players on the squad. He slathers layers of deep heat on him before each game, but also tries to keep himself healthy with the number of diets he's constantly on.
Meanwhile, we have in the background Aces and Exeter Storm warming up with a couple of hits. Where they first started hitting the net constantly, they're now actually trying to get the ball over the net, so that's a great start for both teams.
It's always a good opportunity to see how the players stack up against each other, but it's always a different story when you're in games. You can have some beautiful spikes, be looking all nice and flash and hitting some proper spikes, but,
once the block is there,
it's a different story. After this game, if you can stick around, we have Flaming Six Cobras against Squad in our London Volleyball League game. That will be brought to you by 2 different commentators. As I mentioned before, I will be heading on to watch some rugby. So you will have Adam, the current coach of the Aces, commentating along with Dan. Some of the other Aces players to focus on. We got number 14, the libero Phil. The Portuguese man is, you'll hear him on and off the court. He has about the same number of decibels as a jet engine. Very supportive of the team and always loudest on the court.
That's what you want in a libero, surely.
Oh yes, yes. The worst thing to have is a libero you can't hear over the atmosphere of the game. You want someone who can communicate nice and loud as we see Ed
That was
smashing a ball out
that
the back
was
of the court.
Van Wingerden hitting the back wall.
As we see the players going back to start their service practice now, we get to see how the Liberos are practicing their passes, and as we see, overpass already from Exeter. That's not a good start. Again, always different in game, but good to get an eye in for.
I mean,
how
you
everyone
don't
stacks up.
want to have the expectations up too high.
Looking very flash in that hot pink kit though.
Oh yes.
Always an eye for fashion myself. Must say, Exeter are probably the best dressed team I've seen come up against the Aces so far this
Lovely
season.
colors. Another surprise outfit of the day is actually what Coach Adam of the Aces is wearing. He promised us to be only showing up with a hip flask filled with whiskey. But here he is, fully clothed, and I, for one, am very happy that he decided to actually put on some clothes.
As the referee blows her whistle, players come onto the side of the court for a last few words of advice from their coaches, getting them prepped for today's game.
Exeter doesn't seem to have a coach.
Maybe a player coach. Remains to see how they will be tackling this today. Exeter deciding on the toss to switch sides with the Aces, so they have the long side of the court. You may not be aware, at this venue we have a shortened side where you can't have as much of a run up for your serve because there's a wall.
You can try, will be difficult.
Referee calls the captain over. Signing of the score sheet, important role to have. Arguably the most important role for a captain.
Yeah, now his job's done. He can sit, relax.
The switch aside from Exeter is that some early mind games, or the Aces be baited into it. Normally they're the ones playing the mind games. We'll see how that evolves.
They are laughing a lot on the Aces side, so maybe that's part of their psychological warfare. Meanwhile, very professional from Exeter Storm.
Short and sweet team talk.
Yeah.
Lining up across the back of the court already as the referee climbs her stand, ready to start the game. As we get to start having a look at the starting six for each team. For the Aces, we can see Ed Van Wingerden and Will Van Wingerden both starting opposite each other.
Yes.
Up front in the middle we have Jan Ebbing, and across on the front is the captain, John House, playing opposite today. Opposite him is the setter, Chris Sherfield.
And then we
in
have the
back,
libero.
we have Phil, the foghorn himself. Aces with the serve. Let's go, Aces.
We are off.
Sherfield sends it over. Nice pass to start with.
Hits
Off
the
the
hands.
hands.
Oh.
Early point for Exeter. Coming from Hunter. The middle.
Number 18 to serve.
Hunter with the serve. Nice pass from Phil through the
low.
middle.
Yes.
Early
now
big
that is a
shout.
shout.
House with the hit.
Ooh, that is.
Oh, can they scramble?
That was. At one point, there was some lifting, surely.
Van Wingerden, not known for his footballing skills.
At least he tries. But should stick to volleyball.
Aces won't be happy with that one. Relatively free ball coming over. Unable to deal with it, however.
Oh, good.
There's House
That's
again. Off the block. And it's a pancake.
So early on.
Free ball for the Aces, though. What can they do with this?
Opposite.
To the opposite with
block.
Van Wingerden and
Strong
blocked.
block. Would you say that pancake was unnecessary?
He's a middle. He's going to do unnecessary things when he's in the backcourt. It's the only opportunity he gets.
Show pony.
Exeter celebrating with Hunter there. Here goes John too.
Oh,
Tip
and a
it
nice
over.
little push over the block in the middle.
Straight towards that middle in the backcourt. Always a good opportunity to target someone in the backcourt when you have someone who's not used to playing there. Van Wingerden with a jump serve.
Great serve. To
Backcourt.
opposite. Ooh.
Clips the top of the net.
Yeah.
And Exeter getting an early run of points here. 4-1 up.
This is probably not going as planned for the Aces.
Setter to serve. It's nicely up from Phil, but not towards the
reaching
setter.
the setter.
And it's a free ball over. Taken by the libero.
And
Middle
the
hit.
middle.
Nice and simple there from Exeter. Nothing
Yeah.
too complex.
Just very.
Over from Young in the middle.
Oh, number 1 is licking his hands before serving. Oh, ball up in the air.
Back to the outside for Van Wingerden. It's off the block,
That
but it's
was
a soft
slow
block.
reaction.
It's a soft block. It goes slightly up, but it drops right by the net.
Yep.
Not easy to get to those ones, but you'd have thought Exeter would have had a slightly quicker reaction there.
That was an interesting stop.
Scrambled over, though. Oh, and it's off the
Hitting
block
the hand.
again. Exeter getting some good blocks up so far in this game. And
No, there was no block there whatsoever.
conversely, Ace is not putting a single player up there, and getting the kill for Storm
Yeah.
is Guzinis coming from the outside. Floated straight towards the libero.
Yes.
Ace is getting an opportunity to go through the middle, and it's a lovely kill.
And number 9 of Exeter Storm lands in the crowd. Crowd goes wild.
3-6 the score. Aces have halted that run of points from Exeter and have holding it at a 3-point lead for now.
Oh!
And miscommunication from Exeter. The ball drops between the middle and the opposite.
Ah, Aces are getting mouthy.
It was only a matter of time as House sends the ball over for a serve.
Oh.
A big hit from Thiele for Exeter.
And a miss. Oh, but it was a poor bump set by his brother. I think he's doing that on purpose.
Exeter calling free ball in the middle of that may not have helped his concentration there either. 7-4 the score. And out the back serve from Young. He won't be happy with that one. Never looked like in any danger of troubling the Aces there. Even if it did go in, it would have been an easy pass for them.
Ooh, over. That is a good save.
Short tip from Exeter.
Opposite. Ooh,
And House
great.
gets the kill.
Oh, number 17 is getting angry.
Thiele not happy with himself there with that block.
No, or us.
Attempt to tip there, but blocked.
Ooh, that Okay, number 17 redeemed himself a bit.
Exeter complaining about the lack of line judges.
Oh, must think they're a professional team then.
This is MVL, mate.
You're in London.
Jump serve coming. That's
Good
a
serve.
lovely serve.
Ooh!
Another attempt
Someone
at
else
some
trying
football.
to play some football. Yet again,
Sherfield.
showing that the Aces are not made for football.
Sherfield choosing to use his foot rather than bending those legs and getting down to that ball. Another good serve.
Good serve receive. Oh, excellent.
And a good kill there from
Aces
the middle.
Aces are slowly getting back. 7-9.
Dumper all the way from New Zealand with a nice hit through the middle there. Aces having some early success through the middle.
I mean, they had some points to make up for.
The man himself with the serve.
Clean shot.
Finding some nice space on the court there. Good communication from Exeter, telling him exactly where the block's going. Just that awkward spot just to the left shoulder of the middle in the backcourt.
Oh. Exeter not very sure which line is the back wall.
Yeah, as mentioned previously with the shortened court on one side, technically we have to have it even on both. So on the long side there is a specific line they have to be in front of when they start their service.
I think number 17 found that line.
Tilia with the serve. Straight to the
Ooh,
libero, and it's
nice.
a dump from Sherfield that Exeter were not ready for.
Good decision.
Smart reading of the play there from Sherfield.
Yeah. Okay, now Sherfield to serve.
Goes to the outside. It's a big block from the captain.
That was an amazing block.
Hands on heads on the Aces bench.
It literally went vertically, like it went down.
To bring the score to within 1 point.
Oh, Aces are getting a bit ahead of themselves.
Oh, Aces have some competition with some mouthiness here from Exeter.
Oh, that's promising a good game.
Big call of out there from the backcourt.
Good serve receive to opposite. Oh,
Ed
excellent.
van Wingerden with a brilliant cross-court kill there. Exeter seem to be sending their serves straight at the libero, which, depending on the game, not what I would advise.
No. Jump serve. Good receive.
It's a nice pass.
To the middle. Oh.
Nice pass from Lipscomb.
Maybe that's part of their mind games. Just going for the libero until he breaks.
Phil's a hard man to break. Straight
and
to
again,
Phil again, and it's a lovely pass.
Oh, good. That was one-handed set.
Nice jump set from Sherfield to reach that ball that would have been an overpass. Saving Phil's blushes. (11-12) the score.
Oh, that is the setter just fault. I'm just going to sit here.
I was
That's
about
not my
to.
ball.
I was about to compliment the passing from Exeter so far in this set, but I'm glad I didn't.
I think you need to. Yeah.
If I were Jan here, I'd place that ball in exactly the same place, and that's just what he's done. But a better pass this time, allowing the Exeter to get a hit from the opposite. And a free ball over from the Aces.
Towards the libero.
That's a nice pass from the libero there.
One-man block. Middle decided to just stay where he is.
And that hit goes off the hands and down. (13-12) the score. But through comes Van Wingerden, big blocker again. Exeter getting the reading of the aces there.
Aces are a bit quiet, don't you think?
Unusually so.
Yeah. Okay.
That's going to perk him up,
no,
though.
here we go again. The libero, yeah. Found the volume button.
Ace is back to within a point. It's a middle off, coming through the back of the setter. And just finding enough space there. That hole in the middle of the court, just a awkward place to get to. You kind of have about 3 different players all looking at each other being like, well, it wasn't
I'm
mine.
not going to run for it. Balls up and to the middle.
Up from Exeter,
Very
though. Here
close
comes
to the
Tillier
net.
with a joust. And he wins that competition.
Number 17.
Oh, he is mouthy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very happy with himself. Let's try this again.
Here comes Van Wingerden with a big cross-court hit.
The block was everywhere on Exeter's side.
Just
everywhere but where they needed to be.
Just what you needed for aces after a string of points from Exeter, building out that lead again. Ace is still within touching distance. Oh, it's up from Phil, but it's just too close to that post for Van Wingerden to save. Big hit from the opposite there, Guzinis. Serve to come. It drops short, and it's straight back over from Duarte. As it goes to the middle, but it's too far away, and he has to tip.
Number 11 and 2 were just watching as the ball dropped to the floor.
Van Wingerden almost with a standing hit there. But again, just finding those gaps, that's all you need.
Works, who needs to jump anyway?
Dumper to serve. Floats it over. It's a low pass, and it's going to be a roll hit from the back court. Easy for aces to deal with as through comes Van Wingerden off the block. Up from the back court. It's a back court opposite hit. Up from the block again by Exeter, but they send it over for a free ball.
There goes John.
As through comes House. Sending it way wide, crashing into the Exeter bench.
Yeah, and John almost pushing over the referee. He's either now apologizing or...
Exeter just getting that lead at the crucial time. It's that part of the set where 3 points... No, wait, this is MVL. 7 points. My apologies.
Sorry, it's quite confusing, London versus MVL.
For those watching, this game is best of 5 sets, going to 25 points each set. The next game you watch will be to 21 points each set. Too many games to keep track of. Anyway, let's keep track of this one.
Again.
As we see a repetition of John's hit there, but this time coming from the Exeter opposite, Guzinis.
I mean, he probably thought it looked cool.
Oh, and that's a nice hit coming
from
the middle.
From the middle. One guy applauding.
Hunter to send the ball over.
Oh.
Picked up by Benny, who is on in libero in position of Duarte, and it's a beautiful tip over
also
to put the aces back within a point.
18-19. I mean, making it home for rugby is sounding quite difficult at the moment.
I have faith. I always have faith in the aces. Don't forget they've got a pub to get to as well.
True.
As a big serve comes in from Van
Brilliant
Wingerden,
serve.
who gets it for an ace. Biggest serve of the day we've seen so far.
Yeah. Brilliant serve. Oh, and Exeter has called a timeout, probably to stop Van Wingerden to actually serve again.
As we go to the roving mic to hear what the coach has to say.
No, we don't have an insider, unfortunately. Well, we can only imagine that Adam's currently saying, let's keep this serve going and maybe cheer a bit more, because it has been quite quiet for this game.
Crowd not helping.
Crowd is also very, very quiet.
How will Van Wingerden react to this timeout? Some players love him. You know, you get the time to just gather yourself back in and a moment to breathe and prepare yourself for the next serve. Others just love to keep the momentum going. What will we see here from Van Wingerden? Will it be a coach's point from Exeter?
Well, we will see in a second. There we go.
Or will Ed thrive on this moment? It's hit with less pace this time. As Lipscomb comes from the outside, it's off the block.
Yeah.
And out the back.
Came.
There's a good use of the time out there from Exeter to
Number
gather
one,
themselves and win the next point. Low pass from
opposite
the
John
Aces.
again. Hands. Very okay.
It's a free ball.
And just someone is again lifting.
Two poor passes from the Exeter libero there, giving the point back to the Aces. 20 points all.
The libero also seems disappointed with himself. But great shirt though, great pink.
He makes up for it with this one as it comes back to the
outside. Oh! Oh! The referee almost caught the ball.
Guzinas, the opposite, hitting through the outside there.
21-20.
Very much a coin toss so far in this first set.
Good serve receive again to John.
Oh, and House with
hit.
the kill.
I mean, number one of Exeter Storm was licking his fingers just before, so maybe that's the reason why it slipped out of his hands.
Odd choice for a setter to have wet fingers, but
apparently it works for him.
Guzinas with another kill. Having a good game so far, the opposite for Exeter as we enter the decisive points of this set. Slight confusion about who's going to serve for them, but
they've figured it
eventually
out.
Young goes back to take the serve. Sends it over, but it's a nice pass from the Aces.
Yes, fire the block, nice.
And it's the hairier Van Wingerden with the kill from outside. As we see a substitution for Exeter coming in. Tillier coming off.
And number 77. Cannot see the name, unfortunately. Good serve.
It's Guzinas again. Clearly their favoured hitter today. I would say at this point in the set, with things in the balance, they're going to be looking to find his hands as often as they can.
Yeah. Now up to serve.
Ace is calling it out. Exeter celebrating.
Who knows? But the referee has given it to the Aces.
Tight call that one. Exeter complaining about the lack of line judges before. Won't be happy with that.
No.
It's a backcourt hit. Picked up by the Aces. Straight over from Sherfield.
Oh,
though.
very tight.
Overpass.
Yes. That's smart.
And Van Wingerden tips it down for set point. The first time the Aces have taken the lead all set, and it's for set point.
Timeout for Exeter again.
I mean, that was probably the most predictable timeout ever.
Yes.
Aces, no matter the situation, as soon as they get a match point or a set point, spin to win.
This is going to go horribly wrong, isn't it?
Let's hope not. Is that chant "We Are" Storm?
Yeah, maybe it is actually. I mean, maybe they have to keep on reminding themselves. They seem to be confused about a lot of things.
And it's Dumper to take the spin to win. Supposedly scared of the spin to win, and he doesn't go for it. That's a float serve over.
There we go.
Oh, that's a wild set. Sent over, but it's an overpass from the Aces.
It's a
but they get a second
chaotic.
chance. Van Wingerden from the outside. Exeter keeping this set alive. Backcourt from House. Longest rally of the set so far. And it's won by Exeter. Could that be a crucial, crucial point for Storm? Giving them the momentum at 24 all. Todorov to serve.
Ace is focused. Difficult serve.
Oh, there's a cut shot there from Van Wingerden, but picked up. But this time,
Aces are still alive.
The so far reliable Guzinis for Exeter has sent that one out the back. Sherfield to serve. Remembering to do the spin to win. Top spin serve comes over.
Manages to get the ball over. And
Off
the ball
hands. Exeter using the Aces block very well to send this ball out the back.
Adam questioning why he's even bothering coaching this team.
Nice pass from Van Wingerden as it goes out to House in the outside, who is blocked. To big cheers from Exeter to give them set point, their first of this set.
Oh, yeah. Timeout by the Aces.
Smart from Adam there. Some words of wisdom, I'm sure, being shared.
Seems like Adam is saying, just get the ball over.
Not using the full allotted time, clearly didn't have too much to say.
I mean, very concise.
Most likely just took the time out to
stop Exeter.
Stop the Exeter serve. Give Hunter some time to pause. It's a limp serve, but not picked up very well by the Aces. And that first set, it goes to Exeter.
They were so close.
27-25. So, as I mistakenly corrected myself earlier, the sets are to 25, but have to be by 2 clear points, which is why we saw this going to 27.
And rugby seems very, very far away.
Don't remind me.
I'm not enjoying this. Just reminding you. You're here to enjoy some volleyball.
You say that with a glint in your eye and just a hint of smugness.
Oh no smugness here. Just happy to be here. And we have some new player information for you. This time, Chris Sherfield, the setter of the Aces. Well, setter / geriatric. And it's already his 7th season here for the Aces. And of which every single season he has regretted so far. I wonder how he currently feels about being in the Aces.
He's not much of a jumper, as you may have seen so far, but he's been able to reach the overpasses, so fair play to him. But yeah, setters not normally known for their high jumping skills, along with the liberos. As the geriatric of the team, he does have to be home by 8 p.m. So we'll be hoping this game finishes earlier to give him time to go to the pub before he has to go to the care home.
He might be your saving grace here.
Hopefully to win the game. Always to win.
And the number of replacement joins apparently is surprisingly the same number of seasons played for the Aces. Would it be one joint replaced every season, you think?
Will we see any changes from the Aces in this second set? Sometimes having a bigger squad can be more of a hindrance than an asset.
Well, especially when they are very quiet on the bench.
Exeter only bringing 8 players today, but they are making the most of it.
I think the Aces are telling each other that they should not be aiming for the ceiling whenever they try to hit the ball. But still smiling.
Ever smiling, the Aces.
No changes on the Aces side.
Bench keeping themselves warm though, and we see Duarte coming back on as libero in place of Hung, who made that error in that final serve of that set.
I now understand what you mean by foghorn. My god, that lung capacity.
Listen to Phil go.
Oh, and this is the first time the bench has actually started to cheer.
And it's not for volleyball.
Oh, being called off. Surely that will be a yellow for the libero.
Apparently it's issues with the aerial. House insisting it's fine to the referee.
Oh, the
referee asking for some tape for the aerial.
The net is falling apart.
First no line judges, now we got issues with the net. This is peak NVL.
Oh my gosh, Exeter must be regretting coming over to London.
Not a short journey either.
No, and then to be having to play volleyball in this amateur sports hall. But the net seems to be fixed with that little piece of tape.
Made all the difference in the world.
Yes, this is what's going to bring it home for the Aces or Exeter. Number 1 to serve, the setter.
Straight to Duarte, who picks it up
Good.
with a beautiful pass.
Yeah.
Van Wingeren going for the line hit, but hitting it just wide.
Just wide. Aces are quite surprised by that good hit.
Again, the serve goes straight to the libero. Hit from the outside again.
And free ball over the net.
Exeter scrambling it.
Thankfully we have.
And it's a kill from the middle again. That, I would say, has been the Aces' best play so far this match has been to go through that middle. It's where they're finding the points.
Yep.
The
soft hands from number 9.
Exeter managing to block well on the wings as the Aces scramble it back over for a free ball for Exeter. Set goes the opposite, and it's off the head.
With the head. No wonder he has no hairs left.
I wonder if he did have some hair. It would have cushioned that block, and
oh yeah, maybe it would have bounced off a bit.
Might have been able to scramble that ball.
Yeah,
but
if it was his brother.
As it was, that ball goes cannoning off into the wall.
Good.
Van Wingeren with the
to
pass.
the oh,
and it's a beautiful kill
hit.
from the captain House down the line. Exeter not knowing what hit him there.
It was John. Excellent serve, ball wide and slammed down by the captain. Oh, Asia seem to be getting in their game.
House with a strong couple of points there.
Great
nice
serve
serving
again.
from Van Wingerden,
And
but that
trying
ball
to keep
stays
it up.
just below the roof.
Libero being ignored on the Aces side. Via
As
hand.
Exeter go up for a triple block on Van Wingerden. But Will just doing what Exeter have been doing to the Aces for the whole of that first set and just tooling it off the top of that block for an Aces point. That's three lovely serves in a row from Van Wingerden.
Oh, look.
This time with an ace.
Getting applauded by his teammates from the bench. Uh-oh, getting cocky on the side.
Bring the score to 5-2 to the Aces. Libero picks this ball up this time. And it's a big hit from Todorov. We saw one of those in the warm-up, so he clearly has the capacity to do that.
Just not always chooses to do it.
Young with the serve. Straight to Duarte.
Set
goes to John.
Yes.
Again off the hands. To bring Aces back to 6-3 and give them the serve.
Middles are not known for their big serves.
And a serve straight into the middle of the net from a man who plays volleyball 6 days a week. You'd expect more. Oh, and that's a nice hit from Van Wingerden, but X to get the ball up, and it's a hit over from the setter.
Both teams should be very happy that we have this very high ceiling over here.
House using the block again to his advantage as he goes to serve. And floats it wide. 2-point game, 5-7.
Ooh, that was... Yeah, that is sportsmanship. That is quite nice from the Aces. I mean, you could hear someone touching the ball.
It flew, it had a strange flight to it.
Yeah.
Clearly did not go straight.
That was it. Took the hair. I mean, he's
the
still...
referee giving the points to the Aces, saying that actually because it touched his hair and not his head, that does not count
now
as touching the ball.
It has started getting interesting here.
That is the first time I have ever seen that happen in a match of volleyball.
It's quite a philosophical question, actually. Would you consider your hair to be part of your identity? No, part of your person?
Apparently, according to the rules of volleyball, it does not. A tip comes over. That was a very unnecessary pancake.
That was an unnecessary pancake. Also,
Adam on the sideline saying,
just why? Just why? If it was a pancake, it wasn't cooked.
That was a soggy pancake indeed. But he gets that pass up, and that is a beautiful set and a lovely hit from Van Wingerden on the wing.
Nine, 6. Aces to serve. Ball up in the air to the outside.
Oh, and that's a good block, but up from Karakai.
And there goes.
The setter getting a chance to hit.
Oh.
Oh, Van Wingerden having some words with the
upset.
referee there.
Getting
no
upset.
Card.
Someone is going to pull a card at one point.
Lenient on the cards there from the ref.
We still have a couple of sets to go.
I wonder if we say it loud enough, she'll hear us. And
Ooh, someone touched the net?
I think so, but it's off the block and Ace's
fine.
point regardless.
Ooh.
Oh, miscommunication.
Miscommunication.
Between Lipscomb and his libero there.
If it was the Aces libero, he would have shouted so loud.
As we were saying, that's the key to having a loud libero. This time, no miscommunication. It's a nice pass, and it's a good kill from Guzidis.
Middle forgot to go to the outside.
Ebbing does find blocking to be a choice when he's in the front court. Must be all that volleyball he plays. He gets tired. Duarte with a nice pass.
Outside.
Goes to House.
Oh, in the net.
Looking at his hand as if to say...
As if it's also not part of him. Probably if the ball would have hit that and then got out, then they would have still got the point.
9-11 the score. A silence on the court, but Van Wingerden leaving it to go wide.
That was a moment of prayer.
Substitution for Exeter. Lipscomb coming off.
Number 17 back.
Tillier coming back onto the court.
Libero placing the other players.
Can the Portuguese man change the fortune of Exeter in this set? As
No, he cannot.
Hits that ball straight into the aerial.
Oh,
referee checking the tape.
Yeah, checking the tape. Oh, tape has come loose. Oh, thank God for the tape.
Oh, it's sturdy. MVP so far, I'd say, that tape. Another good serve from Van Wingerden there. Todorov off the hands.
Yeah.
Exeter saying you can have one block or two blocks. If you have one, we'll kill it. You have two, we'll get it off your hands.
Yeah.
How do Aces counter that? That will be a question Adam will be asking himself. Young sends the ball over. It's a high pass from Van Wingerden, who sets behind him. It's rolled over.
Ooh, that is straight to the referee. Well, if that
hits the ball into the ref, immediately apologizes.
I think that should be getting a card at one point.
Shouts of yellow from the Aces, from the bench, from us. Yellow.
From us, yellow, please. Oh!
Ebbing clipping the top of the net with his serve. Very deliberately, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely. That's what middles do.
Volleyball's a game all about momentum, and the momentum is definitely with the Aces at the moment.
One-man block.
As Gazinis wrestles that momentum back with Exeter.
Maybe you are jinxing it, Dolly.
I'm just saying what I see.
That was far out.
Loud shout of out ball from Duarte as he celebrates that point for the London Aces. House with the serve. Backcourt opposite. Nice hit down the line.
Yep.
12-16.
Number 77, Todorov to serve.
That's a nice
was
up
a
from
good
Phil.
Off the hands.
But picked up by Exeter.
Oh.
Oh, that set was very far behind the hitter.
I think the setter is deliberately pushing the ball so far out that they just have to hit the ref.
Todorov having to stutter his run up there and hits the ball straight into the net.
On the knees.
Tip over from the middle, and John.
And the captain, John, just decided to lay down and think, never mind, we're not doing this today.
Seems to be blaming someone else, but I don't see how he can with that.
I hope he had a nice little rest.
Nice pass from Duarte, and there's not a single block to see.
Not a single block, one-handed set.
But Dumper sends it wide. Hunter hitting the net with his serve. Not what you want at this middle point of the set if you were Exeter, but exactly what you love to see if you are a member of the Aces.
18-14.
That's 7 points to win the set.
Well done, Ollie.
Quick maths. Well, shanked pass, but enough height on it for the setter to get there.
Was trying to hit. Ceiling not high enough for the Aces, though.
Todorov hitting that with just enough power that it comes off the arms of Van Wingerden and into the roof.
John.
Pass goes wide from Duarte, but picked up by House.
Oh. To the outside. Ah. Some war cry from the Exeter side. Don't know what for.
Exeter seem to be aiming their hits more at position one so far this set. It's a nice high pass from Duarte. Set goes to the outside.
Oh,
and that is
excellent hit.
Great hit from Van Wingerden, dropping at the feet of the libero, who can do nothing about it. Jump float serve, makes it awkward. Free ball for the Aces. What can they do with this one? And it's another kill from Van Wingerden.
Nice. Number 17 took a while to get off the ground again.
This time down the line, straight at the setter. And forcing
20-16 and timeout Exeter.
Forcing Exeter into the timeout. Better set so far from the Aces. What have we seen what have they improved on in your eyes so far this set compared to the first?
I feel they're very much they're louder than in the previous set. That's one thing.
Definitely got the confidence back into them.
Yeah, definitely. And Exeter, yeah.
I think they seem to be killing more of their hits as well.
Yes, definitely.
Van Wingerden with some brilliant hits coming from the outside on this left-hand side. House as well, leading from the front.
Taking more risks, I think.
Lots of variation in the setting means that Exeter can't quite set that block up as well as they were in the first set. Sherfield with a serve.
Oh, and a half-assed pass from Wingerden.
That's every timeout Exeter have taken so far. They've won the point after. Clearly using their timeouts to some good effect.
Oh, John is calling hands, but nope, the referee didn't see it.
Clearly Exeter aren't quite as honest as the Aces are with their touches. Shanked pass, but picked up by Van Wingerden.
Oh!
And John sending the ball in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Well, let's try that one again.
So after that extra timeout at 16-20, or 2016, they've brought it back to now 19-20, 3 points in a row, forcing Adam into a timeout of his own.
He didn't want to, but he had to. Now hopefully this time, Aces will come back in the game.
Aces needing to win this set, ideally, if they want to stay in this game. Go 2 sets down is difficult to come back from, not impossible. We've seen them do it, but better to go from 1 set down than 2.
My co-commentator Ollie has just opened up the rugby app.
Still 0-0. I'm not missing anything yet. As we see Van Wingerden hidden from the opposite, down the line.
Up and out.
Just missing the court.
Aces seem to have lost their smile.
Exeter have leveled the scores at 20 all.
Good
nice pass from Duarte. Back to Van Wingerden in the opposite again.
Ooh, and
it's blocked by
from
Exeter.
the middle. And tipping it over.
And it's a free ball over.
Oh,
Ooh.
they made it. Great blocking from Exeter.
Short free ball
is
over.
just trying something different.
Free ball back to the
Yes.
Aces, picked up by Duarte through the middle.
Yes.
It's
and
not
they
the
got
cleanest
it.
hit I've ever seen.
Oh.
And now we see
Oh.
the referee having some words with the Exeter captain, throwing a tantrum in the middle of the court after that point.
Also side-eyeing the referee.
Normally you like your captain to be the calmest player on the court.
No, not number 2.
Not the case for Young there. As we see Van Wingerden. We've seen him hit some big serves today.
Out. And no touch.
Very important point.
As you can hear from the sound of the libero, that was an important point.
22-20. And it's an ace.
It's an ace.
Exeter asking how far out it is. It's not out at all.
Pulled in. John apologizing on behalf of his teammate for that ace.
As Exeter taking their second time out of the set. Will they keep up their streak of winning each point after each time out? Let's see. And I have some scores to bring you. It's currently 5-0 Scotland. They are beating Italy. Rory Darge with the try.
Stay in the room, Ollie. Oh. Van Wingerden to serve again.
2 points for the set. And it's another
Excellent
good serve.
serve.
But it's Exeter with a
Ooh.
good pass, set to the opposite. And a nice line hit.
Yeah, that was a good set, good hit.
That's 4 for 4.
Yeah,
Whoever's given their speeches on the timeout, give that man a raise.
yeah. Ball up.
Duarte with a high pass. Sets a long way off the net. Van Wingerden with some work to do.
Off the hands and
And Todorov again, using the hands of the Aces block.
21-23.
22.
22-23. I'm sorry, I was sleeping.
Oh, and very strategically timed timeout there for the Exeter captain, not seeing that the assistant had whistled for the timeout.
I mean, that's a shame. The referee is turning around thinking, what the hell is happening here?
That has to go on the highlight reel.
Yeah. Well, at least he had a moment of joy. He seemed very down, the captain of Exeter, up to that point.
Very smart from Adam there, waiting till the ball is in the hands of the server before signalling the timeout to the assistant referee.
Now that is coaching. Adam doesn't do much for the Aces, but when he does.
Right, let's hope the Aces don't catch this ball.
No, not
it's
caught.
Up from Duarte, out to House, but it's off the block and down.
Very good block.
To level the scores at 23-all. Oh, it's a short pass there.
A middle to set is always a good idea.
Van Wingerden to save it though.
Yes. Oh!
But Todorov using that block to good effect.
24-23, the game has turned around. The Aces were doing so great for so long, and now they're giving it away.
The confidence for the Aces seems to be dropping. But that's a nice pass from Van Wingerden, who gets the set and kills it!
Massive hit! Exactly what the Aces needed at this point. Oh, referee thinks it's taking too long. She also wants to go home and watch the rugby.
Exeter saying we don't need to rush it.
We're making a day out of it.
As we see the ball comes off the block. As Aces recycle, it's a low pass, it's overpassed, and that's a kill from Dumper down the middle.
Exeter was trying to pass the ball with every body part they have.
Big cheers from the bench there. Dumper serving for, sorry, Ebbing serving for the set. And it's
late
high off the block again.
Oh,
and it's pushed over, but Exeter are able to scramble that back.
Good. Oh, what a defense from the middle. Oh.
Whoa, but a big
I mean,
block.
you can only defend so much as a middle.
That is a big double block from Exeter there. Guzinis and Hunter together, two of the tallest players on their team. Blocking out for 25 all, so with both sets going above and beyond the 25 points.
Yeah. Oh. Van Wingerden seemed confused. Off the block, yes.
But it's a soft block again, it's coming up.
And again.
Phil with the set.
Oh, in.
And that's a lovely hit coming from Van Wingerden.
Good hit.
Over the top of the block and just finding that hole in the back corner of the court. House to serve. Floats it over.
To the outside. Oh, in between the block. Huge gap.
Good point from Exeter there. Receiving the pass well, setting well to the outside. And that is a big hit from Todorov.
I think the referee really wants to go home. Ooh, big hit, but out.
Hitting well, but not serving well. Giving another set point to the Aces, the third one of this set. Van Wingerden choosing not to spin for that serve.
And another pancake. Ooh. Yes, someone touched the net.
Huge net tuck from Exeter, going for that kill on the overpass.
They are lucky.
Gifting that set to the Aces.
Yeah.
You could have gone fishing with the amount of net he pulled on there. as the Aces level this game up, 1 set all. One set all in this match, so Aces managing to pull that back after a narrow first set loss to get a narrow second set win. Just a further reminder of the games that we have coming to you tomorrow. So we have the 2 games today. We also have 2 further games tomorrow, coming from the Coyotes playing at home to Inter Stingrays, and the Flaming Six Meerkats at home to Wimbledon Flames, both in the London Volleyball League.
Meanwhile, Ollie, how's rugby going?
It's currently 14-0 to Scotland.
Of course, he has the app opened.
10 minutes into the game, Scotland beating the clock at the moment. Darge and Hugh Jones with the tries. Finn Russell kicking both of the conversions. Sorry to any Italians out there. Sorry to any volleyball fans who don't care about rugby.
Just one big apology actually from Ollie.
How will we see this volleyball match evolve as we go on to the later sets? Do we think we'll see a repeat of the first match between these two in the season, 3-1 win for Aces?
I don't know.
Right? No, Nadim's away. He's away.
Getting messages in from players away who couldn't be here. Not pleased with the way this match has been going so far.
Probably just very disappointed they couldn't be here.
Disappointed to be away in Portugal in the sun in 20 degrees.
Playing some nice beach volleyball, having a beer, rather than be here in Clapham Common with a bunch of blokes, sweaty blokes on court.
Still no changes from Adam. Same 6 coming onto the court that have played the first 2 sets. Not wanting to disrupt the momentum that Aces have at the moment, coming off that second set win.
Aces to serve again.
And it's the setter, Sherfield, with the ball. Let's go, third set starts.
Good corner. Number 77 off the block.
Clearly seem to be using that again, that tactic to just come off the top of the block. Rotation error for the Aces.
They are off to a good start in set number 3.
Sherfield in position 1, just moving that little bit too early.
Ah, too keen, too keen.
Wanting to get to the front of that court for that second ball. Timing is run right this time as he sets the ball out to House, off the top of the block, but up from Exeter.
Ooh.
And it's a cut shot. House picks it up well. Van Wingerden with a tip. Blocked by Exeter and pushed back over by Van Wingerden, who Exeter sets the ball. And that is off the net.
Well,
and that is
off the antenna.
Off the antenna. Well, either way, no block.
Oh, the tape is still holding on. This is excellent tape. Need to ask where they got it from.
Warwick, I believe. The player, not the city. Van Wingeren continuing his good run of service. House sends the ball over. Karakai with the set to Todorov, who sends it way out the back to level the scores at 2-2.
Some anger issues to resolve there. Also trying to find the antenna. They're really asking a lot from that piece of tape.
Is it holding? Is it holding? Moment of truth.
Oh,
it's there.
Oh my god. That is incredible tape.
Tape for the win.
Bit wide. Oh! Hit someone's head.
Nice pass from the libero there, who
Great!
gives it
block.
up to
One
the
man
setter.
block on the outside.
But a big, big block from House.
House seems smug.
Aces without their usual swagger, it seems. They seem to be
Yeah.
wanting to take this game a little bit more seriously now, as we see another good block, this time from Dumper.
Yes. Oh, here we go. The lungs of the libero.
Ebbing with another good serve there.
Oh, and again, very wide. Yeah. The aces decided to let the ball go and already call it out.
See what the setter was trying to do there, but with the bump set, just sending it way too far wide, and Todorov can't do anything about that.
I think the setter's just trying to get the ball in the basket.
As Ebbing sends his serve wide. 4-5 to the aces. Todorov to serve. Not going for his topspin serve, trying to maybe keep some consistency in, but sending that serve wide. So Exeter and the aces trading points there with their service mistakes.
Oh.
As we see this point go live, and
I think outside and middle were confused where the ball went. Looked at each other, looked to the right, looked to the left, and then saw the ball on the floor.
Van Wingeren holding his hand up there.
Good
Easy
pass.
from Van Wingeren. It's a low set for the
bit
middle.
low.
Tips
Oh!
into the block, but it's straight down on the ace's side. Ace is just not penetrating across the side of the net for that block.
Number 17 being smart.
Neither
Bit
side
wide,
gaining control so far in this set. 6-7. Points going back and forth constantly.
Another
Well picked
great
up
pass.
by Van Wingeren.
Oh.
Set to the other Van Wingeren, who kills it across the court. Straight into the Exeter captain there.
Oh! Setter's trying something interesting.
Setter firing a set at the middle there. Had to use his left hand to tip that over. Aces with the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Well picked up by Duarte. And this
free
time pushed
ball,
into the
yes.
corner by
Ooh.
John. Missed pass by Young. Blocked by Aces.
So, and okay, and number 17 decided to just sit in the crowd. Such a charmer.
Tillier chasing that ball there, but unable to get it back.
But very happy to be sitting in between the ladies on the bench.
It's an overpass from Exeter and straight down from Dumper.
9-7, Van Wingeren still to serve.
Exeter now bringing their specialist libero back on the court after struggling with some of these passes. As Tillier takes it off the libero. But Exeter winning that point regardless.
Oh,
Some words from Dumper with the referee there.
John pushing away the middle. Oh, we're gonna get... Is this gonna be the card? Oh no. Yes. Yeah, I think the middle got a warning there for commenting on the referee's decisions.
Gazinas to serve. Going up for a jump serve. Van Wingerden with a shank pass, but
Chris
able to be
running
collected
into
by
the
Sheffield.
wall to get it, and I don't know what it is with this antenna, but all players are drawn to it.
John pushing that ball straight into the aerial. As Kadokai checks that it's straight, don't worry. We're London. We're based in London, but we do get these things nice and proper.
With tape.
As
Serve in the
Gazinas
net.
cannons that ball into the net,
Thank you.
giving the Aces the lead and the serve. As we see a substitution, and we see Jan Ebbing, the middle, coming off for Adam Barr. Sorry, Michael Wilshire, not Adam Barr. I saw the number wrong.
And in the net. Did you see the number wrong, or was it because you opened the rugby app?
I'm going to ignore that jab and focus back on the volleyball. Tillier with the serve, picked up by Van Wingerden.
Ball up in the air and close to the net, but
by
great
Van
tip.
Wingerden, and
No
there is
one was close enough.
no cover there. 3 men up for the block. No one covering in behind them. Well seen by Van Wingerden.
3 men just looking at the ball, a bit like the Spider-Man scene.
As the assistant ref is just checking the rotations.
Ooh. Oh no.
Nope, everything's
No,
good.
he says sorry. He apologizes for bringing chaos.
Sheffield with a serve. It's a low
that was
pass,
a
but well picked up by the
dramatic pass.
setter. And Van Wingerden trying to pick it up. But hitting that ball off the back. Keeping Exeter within a point. Hunter, the middle, back to serve. Duarte with a very nice high pass. Set to the middle. But he hits it just wide.
Just wide.
All the score. Nothing to separate these two teams.
Except the net.
Except the net. Hunter just hitting the top of that tape on the net with another service error, giving the Aces the lead. That's another cannon of a serve, but well picked up by the libero as Todorov goes through, finding that gap.
Mm.
And it's
again,
another service error straight into the net from Exeter. Working hard to win the points, but then gifting them straight back to the Aces. Can the Aces make the most of these gifts? As that's a lovely set to the opposite. Todorov takes that with aplomb.
Now let's see if this serve can get over the net. Number 77.
He's going for the jump serve. Gets it over the net, but sends it out. Big cheers from Exeter, thinking it's in. But the referee has killed that beyond the baseline.
To the outside.
Tillier
Number
with
17.
a big hit, but Duarte picking it up. Exeter thinking it's out, but the libero picks it up.
Yeah.
Aces, meanwhile, canning a shot out the back.
Was that the setter trying to get a point?
I think it was.
Yeah. Chris just trying to hit the ball. Moment of fame. Oh. Oh, captain of the Aces, John, is getting upset with the referee.
House saying he's not very pleased with some of the setting calls from the referee, claiming it's not fair. Word for word, I believe I heard him saying that to the referee.
No evidence given.
As we see Exeter going through the middle, but John picking up a beautiful pass there.
One-armed pass.
Free ball over for the Storm. As they go through the middle again, this time finding the court.
Oh, yeah. Even the oh, Exeter Storm setter is off to
exasperated with his middle a little bit, claiming he should have won that point on the first set. As Van Wingerden comes through with a reply.
Thank God for the Van Wingerdens.
Tillier with a little bit of time waste in there. As we see Guzinis going through the opposite. Been a bit quiet in the third set so far, Guzinis, but coming straight back in with a big hit there.
And substitution at the Aces. Number 10 for number 8.
Oh, it's Eve Bauman coming on.
I mean, yeah, brilliant. Well done.
Oh, it's a good serve, but Duarte picks it up well. Set goes to the middle, and just using the hands of the block.
They're doing the same thing to 17 that 17 done to them.
Dumper with the serve. Karakai setting the reverse to middle, but read by Wilshire in the front court, just seeing exactly where that middle was running and shutting him down. It's another nice pass to the setter.
To the outside.
Tillier with the hit, finding that gap down the line, and John unable to pick it up.
all.
Very, very tight match, this one. Duarte falls on his back, picking that set up, but he's not needed as we see a good kill coming from the outside.
Could have stayed a bit longer on the floor.
Always grateful for a rest. Sherfield with a set. Tillier shanking that pass.
Yeah. Oh, and captain just telling number 9 where the ball should be going.
Despite the best efforts of Lipscomb, unable to recover it and scramble it back for Exeter, who call a timeout as the Aces enter the 20s with their score.
Do you think Exeter will get the next point?
Well, with their record so far this match, a betting man would say yes, but something is telling me the Aces have this next one. (2018) the score, crucial point for this one. If Aces win this point, you have to think Exeter would need a little bit of something extra to take the set back and get control of this third set. Whereas at 19-20, it's right back in the balance.
Chris to serve. Ball up to the outside, number 9.
Doing
off
well,
the
but it's a
hands
good block from Aces.
Again,
Set coming from behind.
Yes.
Aces with a chance. Hit from Van Wingerden, but it's up from Guzines.
To the
Backcourt hit.
Ooh.
Diving pass from Duarte. As John
overpass.
sends it over lightly.
And again, another turn.
Off the block.
Oh, that is a shame. (19-20).
Lots going on with that point, but at the end of it all, Exeter coming out with the serve. 19-20. Hunter send it straight to Duarte. Back to Van Wingerden, who cuts it straight at the setter.
I don't
And
know
it's
what
a
the
free
setter
ball
did
over
there,
for the
but
Aces. Oh, and it's off the fingertips of Hunter.
number 17 misstep there.
Tilio with his head in his hands as he is unable to recover that ball. Referee calling house over again.
A red card. Someone's getting a red card. No one for talking too much. I mean, it is
it a red?
definitely one of their weaknesses, but to be getting a red card for that. No one knows what to do now. A red card has been given. No one knows to whom. The ball is now on the side of Exeter Storm, but they don't know whether they should be serving.
Red card given to the Aces for supposedly shouting at either the ref or Exeter. Sherfield claiming that shouting at themselves. Serve comes over and it's picked up somehow by the Aces, but it's a free ball for Exeter, who kill it down the line to level the scores at 21-all.
Aces have to come back now. I think they got a bit lost with the red card.
Aces calling a timeout just to settle things down a bit after a bit of confusion. Can understand they'll be a little bit upset with that. You just need to settle those nerves and just
get back into the game.
Take
21-all.
Take a second to breathe and just, you know you can do it. Come back in, reset, win that next point.
You all know how to play volleyball, or at least should know how to play volleyball. Okay. Exeter to serve.
Picked up by Van Wingerden. Goes to the other Van Wingerden for the hit, but blocked with a big double block from Guzines and Young. Is it not?
No. Another hairy fellow, but it was number 10.
Oh, his hair looked the same.
Now Van Wingerden is back on court. It is all very confusing.
Why have brothers on the same team?
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
That's a lovely pass from Duarte.
To the opposite
House with
John.
a hit.
Oh, good.
Somewhat fortunate with the bounce of the ball off the net there, but Aces won't care.
A point's a point.
22-all. Nice serve from Wilshire. Karakai
To the
with a set to the outside.
Oh,
to
in the
Kazinis,
net.
who
In the
hits it
net.
straight into the middle of the net.
Aces are getting their energy levels back up. The lung capacity of the Libero is tested again.
Big cheers from the Aces bench, and a timeout called by Exeter at 23-22. I was wrong with my prediction. They did win their last point after
Yes,
the last timeout.
They
so
did. Want to try another prediction? Bet?
No.
No?
I'm clearly not very good at it.
I mean, you can try again. Just
You know what?
still going for aces.
You know what? No, I'm going to say Exeter are going to win this point because my predictions are wrong, so Exeter will
Oh
win.
yeah. Okay.
But therefore, I predicted both, so I can. Either way,
So
I'm
you
going to be
will
right.
yeah, you will lose anyway. Wow. Let's see. Cannot wait.
Wilshire with the serve, who sends it long.
Would you call yourself a winner in this game?
I don't think anyone's a winner from that. 23-all. Yet another set will go by with these teams split by just 2 points.
That ball seemed to be going out, but I think the Libero.
That ball was definitely going out, and a big call of out, but Phil jumping to try and
Yeah.
reach that ball. Touches it out.
Misjudged his height, I guess.
Adam not calling a timeout here. So Lipscomb to serve. Up
Ball
from
up,
Van
ball up,
Wingerden.
ball up. Free ball.
And the Aces just managed to scramble it
To
over
the
to keep the
outside
set
again.
going
Off the hands.
for just a few seconds longer.
Oh. Number 17.
And Exeter take the third set, 25-23.
It's all very close. Ollie, was this the way you saw this game happening?
Tell you the truth, no.
No.
I thought Aces would be much more on top of Exeter, but they've been a feisty team to play against. And the team that are currently sat in 7th in the table are hitting and punching above their weight.
Yeah. No, Exeter putting up a great fight, 2-1.
Will we see Aces coming back in this fourth set?
I do wish we had a microphone at the moment with the Aces, just to hear what's going through their minds at the moment.
Especially the minds of the coach, Mr. Watkins.
Well, he has turned his back on the team, actually, refusing to interact with any of the players. And some more interesting facts about one of the players of the Aces, Jan Ebbing, a middle. This is his second season with the Aces. And apparently, besides playing for the Aces, he has also played for over 10,000 other London clubs.
Seemingly forever cold at the games. He's always seen wearing a number of layers, 72 according to these stats. But although
He hides them well, though. If those are 72 layers,
as mentioned before, times blocking is a choice always, as we saw that earlier in one of the sets, leaving his opposite out to dry.
I mean, a smart middle knows where to spend his energy. And sometimes blocking is just not the way you want to go.
Fanta shotguns so far this season, 3
Or this match.
on this match.
And we're back in the fourth set. Exeter to serve.
Ace is starting with the 6 that finished the last set,
1 red card so far.
with Wilshire on, but also one change, actually, sorry, coming in the backcourt. We see Adam
Oh,
Barr
yes.
on the court.
Yeah. think they probably heard you commentating.
You see, look, 13-18, it looks the same.
And you think everyone's called Van Wingerden.
It'd be easier if there were just 6 Van Wingerdens.
Yeah, that would be quite nice.
Although, don't think they'd win. As Exeter win the opening point of this 4th set. Lipscomb coming on the outside, hitting it off the block.
Ooh, off the fingertips of the libero, but thankfully number 18 Adam Barr was right behind him.
As the set goes to the opposite, Gazidis.
Oh. Off the tape, in the middle of the court.
Words of encouragement coming from Watkins on the bench.
Words of encouragement or curses? I mean, they're the same for him, actually.
Another pass coming off the back of Phil's fingers. Back over, straight onto the setter of Exeter. Libero takes the set.
From the side of the arms. I think aces need to start speaking, although that was what was the reason behind their red card previously.
Will this serve also go straight to Phil? It doesn't. It goes to Van Wingerden.
Oh,
it's overpassed.
I mean, thank God for that hand of Chris.
And Sherfield managing to just get a touch on it, on its way over, putting the ball down onto the Exeter side. Aces on the board in this set.
To the opposite, one-man block and off the block.
Kuzinas with his confidence back up, it seems. Killing that ball off the block.
Ball
Nice
up,
pass from
good
Duarte.
Pass and to the
Goes to Barr. Rolled over by Exeter. Van Wingerden with the hit on the opposite wing.
Excellent. Yeah.
Lovely hit from Van Wingerden.
2-4. Let's see.
As he goes to serve.
Ooh.
Clipping the top of the net, but it goes over.
Out.
And a very flat hit that from Exeter.
Good thing Van Wingerden, this Van Wingerden doesn't have any hair.
But as we have discovered,
hair's not part of you.
Doesn't count.
True.
More strong serving from Van Wingerden. Can he keep it up?
Oh, no.
You just know that was coming as soon as I said that.
Yeah. Why do you even... Why?
Why am I here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice pass from Duarte. Van Wingerden with a hit from the opposite. Sending it wide, trying to get that angle on his hit. Just pushing it just a little bit too much to the right. You can see exactly what he was going for. Just couldn't quite execute as Young. Not happy with himself with that serve, and he shouldn't be.
No, there was no reason to be happy for that serve at all. Oh, they really know how to find the net.
That was a very fortunate clip off the net, just dropping inches from the net onto the Exeter side.
Hopefully he can do it again. And white, yes, well done.
Very cleverly used by Van Wingerden there, just to tip it down. Lots of times you see an overpass and players, their eyes light up and they think, I'm just going to smack this as hard as I can. Not always necessary, and very well used by Van Wingerden there.
But thankfully, we have the net.
Just as the Aces were burning up some momentum, they leveled the scores. Serve goes straight into the net to give Exeter the lead back at 7-6. Wow, getting very close to the line there, but no foot fault.
Off the hands. Nice.
Well done by Adam Barr there. Cleverly using the block. 7-all.
Good
It's a good serve from Barr.
Ooh.
Set goes to the middle, and again just comes off the outside of his arm there. Giving the point to Exeter, 8-7. Duarte encouraging his team to side out this next point. Tillier with the serve.
Good
Straight
pass.
to Duarte, who picks it up nicely.
Oh,
And that's a
excellent.
beautiful set from Sherfield to Dumper in the middle.
Yes.
Barely a celebration, barely a smile on
no.
his face for that point. It's just
No, it was what had to be done, and it was done.
as the Exeter go down through the middle themselves. And Barr, unfortunately with his pass there, just hitting the post. It's a nice pass there,
It
overset
seems like
for
the
the middle.
misstepped or something, or his foot got stuck somewhere.
Just a slight overset from Sherfield, I think. Just too high for Dumper to reach. That's another nice pass from Duarte
and try
there.
again. Yes,
Going through the middle.
excellent. No block whatsoever. Number 2 and number 9 were just staring at it.
Just completely misread that set
Yeah.
there. Very well
Well
disguised
done.
from Sherfield. Giving Dumper the freedom of the court. And he fully makes the most of it. As he sends that serve over. Exeter trying to use the middle themselves. And Wilshire says, not today.
Did he even jump? I think he just reached his arms up and was there.
Well, when you're the size of Wilshire, you sometimes don't even need to jump.
No.
Well, that's a low pass picked up by the setter. Exeter sending over a free
Excellent.
ball. What
To
can
outside.
Aces do
Oh!
with this? Straight down the line.
Well, with the touch.
Kazimis looking very shy there.
Yeah.
Very sheepish look on his face. And Exeter taking a timeout as the Aces take the lead for the first time in this fourth set.
11-10. How's that rugby of yours looking?
Oh, it's half time. 19-9. So Italy have come back a little bit. But a third try scored by Scotland. Scored by Ben White. And Italy just keeping the points ticking over with their penalties. I don't know if this means anything to you.
No, not at all.
Anyway, we're here for volleyball.
Yes, I think that's the better thing. No offense to rugby, but
Fully taken.
good.
Nice from Dumper there.
Off the block.
But Lipscomb with the hit, coming off the arms of Wilshire. No chance to pick that one up. And Exeter continue their streak of picking up the first point after their timeouts. Big shout from Duarte to pick up that second ball as it's sent over by Van Wingerden, overpassed. And again, Van Wingerden being careful not to reach over the net there.
Very smart. Hands up.
Just tapping it down. As Barr comes into the front court, Sherfield goes to serve. That's a lovely float serve.
Ooh, just short.
But Lipscomb doing well to hit that cross court. Leveling the scores, 12-all. Well picked up by Van Wingerden, who gets the hit, but it's picked up by the setter.
Oh, and in the net.
And that's what you get from a middle setting. Ball goes way behind Gozinis,
Yeah,
who
you-
just can't get it over.
You should not trust the middle with the second ball.
Blocking and hitting, that's all I trust him with.
Yeah,
Maybe serving.
every now and then, yeah.
And talking of serving, that was a lovely serve from Van Wingerden with the ace. Duarte asking for that same serve again. He's going for it. This time straight into the
Shame.
net.
Tap on the shoulder from the libero. At least you tried.
Nice pass
Good
from
pass.
Duarte.
On the
Set
middle.
to the middle.
Oh,
But
that is a
brilliantly
shame.
picked up
That's a
by the
shame.
setter from that powerful middle hit. And Exeter doing very well to win that point back from there.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due. Big shout of out from Van Wingerden as it goes sailing long. Interesting squeak there.
War cry, probably. Or something from Exeter.
It's more off-putting than encouraging.
I don't know, maybe for them.
As that serve grazes the top of the net. And Exeter again using that aces block
Yeah.
to their advantage. 15 all.
Number 11 to serve.
Claps from all two of the Exeter supporters here.
Good
As
pass.
Van Wingerden does well to pick that up.
Out!
And a big hit with just enough power in it that comes off the Exeter block and out the side of the Aces court.
Oh. Referee wanted to make a point out of something.
Good serve there.
Oh! Yeah, that surely, yes.
And that's
I
the
think this
biggest
is the-
cheer,
I-
the biggest cheer of the day.
I think the Aces are very happy to see that the referee also calls technical.
House been complaining about that from
From the beginning, actually.
the start of the first set. And here we are deep into the fourth, and that is the first one that the referee has called. Big shout of yes, yes, yes from the backcourt from Barr with a big hit, and Exeter unable to get it back. You love that confidence from a
Yeah.
hitter. Just yelling across the court, give it to me.
Feel like that technical call on the setter from Exeter sort of gave them all the confidence they needed for that last point.
Absolutely, and with a 3-point lead now, 18-15. Aces with not a firm grasp, but a good grasp on this set.
Ooh.
But Barr sending that serve out the back of the court. As we see
Exeter
Todorov.
negotiating who has to serve.
Todorov, who's just come on for Tillier in the outside position. First job is to serve straight away.
Good
But
serve,
it's up
good
from
pass.
Van Wingerden. And a good call of out again. It's
Yeah.
off the block and out the side.
For a second, I thought Van Wingerden was going to get that ball.
That was a good duck. To move out the way.
Oh! Yeah.
And it's looking very close to being an overpass, and the setter in the front court there just dumps it over.
Yep.
To the dismay of Van Wingerden, who went up to block him.
And the middle to not do anything.
Blocking's a choice.
Yep.
And this ball goes up. 3-man block Managed to pick it up.
That's a well-placed ball by
And just
Exeter.
seeing Phil Duarte just slightly out of position there, slightly too far towards the middle, just pushing it wide, right in that hole. That's a nice pass from Duarte there. It goes to the middle. And Dumper just floats there like a butterfly.
Floats there and then sort of pushes it over. Chris smiling because I don't think he knew what was going on.
2018 the score. Overpass from Exeter, but blocked by the setter. Here we go, Bar with a nice hit.
To the opposite. In the net.
Straight to the net. Big cheers from the aces and the crowd there.
No, just a libero.
Duarte drowning everyone out with that foghorn of a voice. That's a nice serve. Set goes to the outside. It's off the hands again.
Oh.
Van Wingerden trying to pick it up at the back, but just can't get enough on it.
No.
Keeping it a 2-point gap. 19-21.
Setter to serve.
Oh, and that's a nice
Good
line
hit.
hit from Bar, but this libero's done
No
very well
block.
to pick it up.
To the outside. Yes. Oh, picked it up from the floor.
That's well done from Van Wingerden
Great
to read
defense.
that. Phil pushes it over for a free ball for Exeter. What can they do with it?
Going to. Oh, that's a shame. Great defending from both sides.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant rally, that one. No one wanting to let that ball drop.
Nope.
As we see Adam calling a timeout for the Aces at 21-20. Crucial, crucial few points this for the Aces. The last thing they want to do now is let Exeter take the lead with just a few points to go to win the match.
Four more points, and we'll be looking at a fifth set. You can say goodbye to all your rugby plans.
Short and sweet talk there from Adam. Didn't need to say much.
Probably just a love declaration, knowing Adam.
Karakai with the serve. Sends it over.
Good pass.
Goes to Van Wingerden.
Oh,
and that's a big block from Guzinis.
21 all.
More words of encouragement from the libero.
Just to keep swinging.
Call of help from the setter. Van Wingerden pushes it to the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah, what can Van Wingerden do? It's off the block. One-handed up from the setter. Libero takes that second ball.
Oh, and a block with the head. Well done, number 13. If you cannot use your hands, why not use the head? Also,
Very
I'm
well
not quite
done
sure
from
whether
Wilshire
he was trying to block. He was just in the way of the ball.
Is blocking not just getting in the way of the ball?
True.
More philosophy today.
Yeah.
Oh, big shouts from Exeter as Guzinis hits the ball into the Aces block and it goes straight down off the side. (22 all). Up from Duarte. Goes to Van Wingerden hitting on the right-hand side, but up from the libero. Todorov with another big hit.
Oh, it's 23-22. It's not looking good for the Aces. Oh, the crowd is getting...
Aces knowing they have to win this set to stay in the game.
23 all.
As Exeter send a serve long.
Crowd is getting behind the Aces. They need all the energy they can get.
That's a big
Excellent
serve coming
serve.
from Van Wingerden.
Ooh!
And
And
somehow,
right in between the legs of the libero.
Gazinas just finding that gap between the aerial and the block. And Duarte can't do anything about it. To give match point to Exeter Storm.
Good pass. Opposite. Oh, there we go. That's it.
And that is
That's
the
a
match
shame.
for Exeter.
Yeah. 25-23. 3-1.
That is a tough, tough break for the Aces.
I mean, they were very close. Unfortunately, Exeter, in this case, yeah, took it.
I mean, it just shows you what a sort of game volleyball is. That's, you know, points difference of what, -6 for the Aces in the whole of that match.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 points go different, and that's a 3-1 win for the Aces.
Yep.
It really does come down to the narrowest of margins.
Yeah. And we learned a lot today.
Lots
Number
of
one
philosophy.
being, yeah, lots of philosophy. Number one being, hair is not part of you, and you cannot speak too much on court. I think we're gonna have to say good. Oh, we have to continue.
Aces applauding the crowd. Good crowd here to support them today, Flaming Six.
Yeah. Up next, Cobras versus Squats, if I believe.
So a losing start to the Flaming Six doubleheader today. Can the ladies turn it around and give us something to celebrate with this second game of the day? Thank you all very much for joining us. I hope you will stick around for the Cobras game. I won't be.
No, I
But I
guess
hope
Ollie
you
will be off to the pub and watch rugby. But thank you all for watching.
See you next time.